welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs in Ontario, Canada. Yesterday was absolutely horrible. We had 58 kilometer winds. We have a weather station in our backyard. 58 kilometer winds. Uh, I'm surprised we didn't have trees. We kind of have like a bush section on our property right beside our driveway, and I can't believe that we didn't have trees falling down all over the place. It was absolutely wicked. In fact, it was so bad that my both classes canceled for today. We're going to do them next week instead, because we didn't know what it was going to be like today. And here it is, calm and sunny. Although it is supposed to start again around 4 o'clock this afternoon, so just as well my evening class, we postponed it till next week. But oh my God, look at the mess back here. Jeepers, Lisa. I've been away. We were away for a week. We went to Antigua, to a brand new resort there. It's only been open for 10 months. Absolutely stunning. Probably one of the nicest resorts I've been to. And we had a lovely time. But, I'm a homebody, and I'm really, really happy to be home. My cat, we had the young girl next door taking care of our cats. And, Georgie being Georgie, she gave her a little bit of a hard time, chose not to use the litter box a few times just to, tune her up a little. Poor kid. So I don't know. She had wanted a cat and her dad was like, nope, no cats. And so this may have cured her of wanting to have a cat. I don't know. But Georgie can be a little pill sometimes. And, but anyway. So, lots going on. I've kind of lost my mojo a little bit. Man, Island Time really kind of snuck up on me. And I'm struggling to kind of get my poop in a group here. But a couple things going on. There is a joining special. Let me see if I can grab my catalog. So it is Celebration. And this is let me go down here to my desk. This is the Celebration brochure. So if you're not familiar with Celebration, it is for January and February. It was in my newsletter, so if you get my newsletter, great. If you don't, hop onto my blog and you can sign up and you'll be added to my... Oh, what's going on here? You'll be added on to my mailing list. And I don't bombard you with mail because really I'm not that good at it. So let me just, why is this not working? My little capture and, oh, here we are. There we are. So I'm not that great at doing newsletters. It's something that really kind of gives me hives a little bit. So when I do them, which is usually no more than twice a month, I do kind of go on about the Celebration a little bit, but during Celebration, they always have a great joining special. So what Celebration, I'm jumping all over the place. So what Celebration is, it's a way of Stampin' Up! Thanking you for spending your money with them. So this year, for every $75, you get to choose something free out of the catalog. I've got quite a few of these already. I've got this paper, which I'll be showcasing at some point. It's really cute. It's called Fruit Salad. And then we have the Friendly Seagulls. Now, I haven't gotten those yet because, I don't know, I don't like seagulls. But it's so stinking cute. I've seen so many really cute cards with these seagulls, so I may actually break down and get them. I did get Day to Celebrate because I love the greetings that are in here. And these are all free with a $75 purchase. And they always give you lots of ideas of how to use them. And then Dance With Me. This is more geared to our age group, my age group. And then over here, the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper, absolutely gorgeous. So it's like blenders on one side and florals on the other side. Really, really pretty. And this is also free with a $75 purchase. And then you bump up to free with a $150 purchase. And this is gorgeous. I got this, I just got all my stuff when I got back from vacation, so I was really excited to open it. But I was so tired, I only opened it yesterday. Excuse me. So I did get this, and for my classes, we actually are using these dies. But it's a beautiful bundle, and this one is free with a $150 purchase. You can see they have some fabulous samples here. And also free with a $150 purchase, which I also have, is the Corner in Bloom. Now, look at how cute that is. Really, really cute. And it's not all corners. Like you have, this one is freestanding. And then if you only wanted to use this part, it's easy enough to mask off the bottom part of this floral. But they have some great samples here that you can use for scrapbooking or making cards. And then the joining special. So there's two options in Canada. Well, there's two options everywhere, but in Canada, our option is you can purchase $160 worth of product, pay only $135. You pay no tax and no shipping. But if you do this order, you don't qualify for the celebration, but you also get to choose two packages of the colored pens of your color choice. So there's different assortments. There's the brights, neutrals, regals, and the subtles. And you get this free stamp set, which I don't even have that one. Really, really cute. The other option is you get to choose an additional, if you don't want this, you get to choose an additional $41 in free products. So you would actually be able to choose, I think it's 206. I think it's $206 dollars worth of product for $135 with no shipping and no tax. So, yeah, amazing. And then if you did want to get some of the celebration products, then you just go ahead and place your next order. And once you've joined Stampin' Up, you get a 20 to 25% discount on every subsequent order. Now, if you choose not to place extra orders, that's okay. That's fine. You don't have to do what I do. You can just be a discount shopper. Lots of options. Like, you don't have to do what I do. I chose, when I first signed up for Stampin' Up, all I wanted was the discount because I was brand new to stamping. I didn't even have an ink pad. I had nothing. And I just kept purchasing. And my friend, Jennifer, who's my upline, said, you know, you should be getting a discount on this because you're spending way too much money. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to sign up. And she's like, you don't have to do anything. You just get your discount because, you know, you just keep spending money. So I did. And then it was like, well, I don't want to do a business. And she's like, it doesn't matter. And you can drop anytime. You place one order, you can drop. You place 0 orders after signing up, you can drop. There's no commitment. There's no nothing. You just do you, you know? So if that's something that interests you, let me know. So again, for the regular sign up, your option 1 is you get $165 worth of product plus an exclusive stamp set plus 2 of your choice of the packages of markers. They're watercolor based. For $135, no tax, no shipping, and you get a free paper pumpkin as well, and a bunch of catalogs that you can hand out to your friends or hand over to me if you don't want them because I'll use them. The other option is you can choose an additional $41 in free product, so that brings your total up to $206 of free product for $135, no shipping, no tax, and you get a free paper pumpkin. And yeah, so, you know, if you're curious about this, let me know. You can email me at lisa@critters'nink.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And then also, if you would like a mini catalog, let me know. There's a lot of really cute things in this mini. Now, celebration ends next month, the end of February, but this mini catalog goes to the end of April. So if you would like one of these, let me know. I would be happy to send one out to you. Okay, so enough blathering on. Let's open up our paper pumpkin. This came while I was away. I finally got my December paper pumpkin after the mail strike. All right, so here's our paper pumpkin. So the Stampin' Spot is real red. So I'm going to use my real red because I save these either to give as gifts or I travel with them. So I'm just going to leave that. These are some glue dots. And the stamp set is sweet. So it says, what can I put this behind? Oh, like this, I guess. You have my heart. And then it says, love you. This says, you're my favorite. Celebrate love. Then it's got like a little sprig here. And a beautiful heart. And another, a solid little heart. Very, very cute. And then we have our kit. Okay, so here's our kit. Super cute. Oh my gosh, look at all that stuff. Let's open up this baby. So I was going to go live today, and I decided just to record it because I'm a little out of practice, and I have a frog in my throat, so I'm glad I decided to go just record it so that I can edit out all my coughing. But I may go live later this week because I do have my class that I want to promote. So I got another package of glue dots in here, and look at these little heart adhesive little things. Oh my gosh. So cute. Dimensionals. Some real red twine. You know, when I'm looking at the screen, it actually looks like Poppy Parade, but it's dark. It's real red. And then we have these heart fronts. There are 1, 2, 3 of those. Look at the envelopes. Ooh, ooh. These are pretty. Now, you know for sure I'm going to be cutting some of these up and using them for card backgrounds. And the card backgrounds are also not striped. So we have 3 of these. Beautiful. And 3 of these. Now these little hearts punch out. And then it's printed with the real red. Looks like petal pink. Really cute. Okay, so 3 of those. And then we have a whole pile of hearts here. And some banners. So these are punch out rows of hearts. See that? Very cute. Okay. And we have 2 sheets of those. Ooh, look at this. So this looks like Flirty Flamingo. We have 3 of those. Now, I'm not going to use these as card bases. These are the card bases for the cards that are in the kit, but I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to cut them down, just so you know. And then we have some more labels. Woo, look at these. Oh, this one has a damaged little heart. Oh no, the heart's fine. It's just the little thing got caught. Okay, so we have a sheet of these. Then we have another card front that has, I don't know if you can see, just a slightest little hint of a heart in rows. And I think it's just to help you place the rows of hearts. I might be wrong, but that's what I think. But you can barely see them. So there's that. And then we have the sheet of gold foil. This is like a champagne gold. So lots of hearts because we've got the outlines, and then we have the solid heart. So we have a solid heart, and then we have the heart outline. Very cute. And then 3 of the word love. A couple different sizes of hearts. Very nice. And this one is embossed. So it's not a heart and an outline, it's an embossed heart. Very cute. And then we have these guys. Very, very pretty. Oh, I love these. And these pop out with the champagne gold. Beautiful. Okay. And as always, we have our little folder for our stamp set. But if you've watched me before, you know that I go to the Paper Pumpkin website and I go to All About Paper Pumpkin, scroll right down to the bottom of the page, and this is what I print off. And this is how I keep my Paper Pumpkin stamp sets. So this would just go right in here into an envelope. And I just store them like this in a plastic shoebox, and I have my most recent ones up to the front. So, and then, you know, if I'm looking for a specific sentiment, I can just flip through my shoebox and they're all right here. And I know exactly what's what. So that is that. So let's put these where I'll be able to find them, because you know me. And I'm going to put this aside. So if you have these and you want to store them this way, that's perfectly fine. You can put a piece of tear and tape down one side and across the bottom to make like a little envelope, and just pop your, these will just fit right in here like this. Okay. So you can store them this way too if you have like a little box that you could just layer them in. Now this is fairly new. They've only been doing this for a few months, probably I don't, maybe a year. I don't know. Again, I don't use it, so I can't remember how long they do it, but that is also an option. So let's have a look. Oh, so at the back here, this basically shows you what all comes in your kit. So if you have not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin before, you will receive a block. Did I bring my blocks in? I had all my blocks upstairs because I was supposed to have 2 classes today, but because of the weather, we've postponed them. So you can see, this says, I don't know if you can see, it says Paper Pumpkin on it. So with your first kit, you will receive a block like this for your stamps. And this is a D-sized block. And then also we have the ergonomic blocks, which is the same size, but it's got like little finger grips. So they're just easier to maneuver, but these ones are perfectly fine. And any of the kits that we get also come with them, but they're stamped with Stampin' Up instead of Paper Pumpkin. And I have a ton of these, so when I'm doing classes, there's always lots of blocks to go around. So this would come with your first kit, and then subsequent kits do not have a block. So you just keep this same block and use it over and over. So this is all that comes into it, into your kit. And then for January, February, and March, there's an alternative die set. Now, I just brought mine up, and they are on this, oh, right in my face, honestly. So here they are, and I have die cut them so that you can sort of see the sizes. So this is a larger kind of a heart. Let me just grab that die because I'm curious about if it'll fit on here. Yeah, it will. Look. So very, very cute. Oh, I have a heart. So this cuts out both hearts at the same time. So you can see that there's a blade part on the inside, and then the scalloped edge is also a blade part. And then this is the leftover heart when you cut it out like this. Then it's got the little honeybee and the honeycomb. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to think that it might be the inside of a flower, and no idea what the heck that is. But we'll see in upcoming Paper Pumpkins. So this is available now, and only available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So if you would like a set of these, they do coordinate with the next 3 months, January, February, and March, of the coming up Paper Pumpkins. So those are those. So let's have a look at our kit. I seem very chatty today, don't I? Good grief. So let's have a look. All right, so in your instruction sheet, it always tells you step by step exactly what you need to do. But on the very bottom, it shows you for each card what you need to prepare to get ready to go. So for our first one, we're going to need one of these. Now these are stickers, so I'm not going to pull them off, but we need one of these. So I'm going to leave that there. And this card base, but I'm going to cut mine because I want to be able to get lots of alternatives. So this would be your cut base. You would just fold it like this, cut base, card base. But I'm going to cut mine to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put it onto a white cardstock or maybe Fleur de Flamingo. I don't know yet. And then what else do we need? We need one of these. And of course an envelope. So we need one of these. And now these pop out. So these little 3 pop out. And that will sit on top of here. So let's go ahead to the instruction sheet. So card number 1, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp You're My Favorite. So You're My Favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up with my block. And remember, whenever you get a new stamp set, here it is. I just re-wet my chamois. Whenever you get a new stamp set, there is a manufacturer's residue on here. So I always give it a quick wipe with my chamois. Now, one thing you do not want to do, and when I see people do this online, I absolutely cringe. Do not take a filing, like a nail file, to your stamps. These are nice and smooth, and think about it. Their nail files are gritty. If you start using a grit on here, you're going to damage that smooth surface, and you're not going to have a nice stamp. So, there's my little harpy business for the day. But yeah, just be gentle with these. If you treat them nicely, they'll treat you great. All right, so let's see. So the first thing we're going to do is take our label here, and I'm just going to grab a scrap so that I can prime my stamp. I want to make sure that it's going to stamp nicely. And I do this with every single stamp that I stamp with. I'm going to put these somewhere that I can find them, because you know me, I lose them all the time when I'm working. I'm just going to put my silicone mat here so that it doesn't shift all over the place when I'm trying to stamp. Okay, so let's ink this baby up. I'm just going to move myself to the other side here. There. So I'm just going to ink it up. Now, when you're inking up your stamps, you don't squash it right into the ink. You just tap lightly. Look at that. Perfect stamp first try. Yay, gotta love it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this onto my label. If you find with the photopolymer stamps that you're having a difficult time getting a good stamp, either use a glass mat, like something really, really solid, like a glass mat. Not a table. It does not work on a table. This works especially for the larger stamps. You want to have something squishy underneath. And we have these, I don't know if I have one with me here. Well, we have two things. We have the silicone mat, which is great for glue. It repels, it's silicone, so it repels all the glue. But we also have a stamp, I thought I had one out, but I don't. A Stampin' Pierce mat, which is about 1/2 inch thick, and it's a very dense foam, and it's perfect for stamping with your photopolymer stamps, because they don't have that built-in rubber the way that the red rubber stamps do. Perfecto. Gotta love it. All right, so I'm just going to give that a little quick clean so I don't transfer ink to anything. And, oh, I hear footsteps. My husband is home. He'll come barging in here in a second. He went grocery shopping. He belongs to a flying club, and the guys always go for coffee every Tuesday morning. And then he, because it's so cold out, he said he would do the groceries while he was out, which works for me because I hate being cold. All right, so I'm just going to give this as my little heart. I'm going to give it a quick clean. And let's see, where does it say to stamp this? All right, so we've got this. Okay, so I'm going to prime it up, stamp it a couple times. So the more you stamp it, the better stamp you're going to get, because you need to prime the stamp. So you can see how it progressively gets better. I'm just going to move this and show you. So you can see how here it wasn't great. Here it was a little bit better, and here it was perfect. So you just need to stamp a few times to get your stamp used to taking on the ink. And because they're photopolymer, they will absorb the color. So you can even see, you can even see just using it one time how it's pink already. And that's fine. It doesn't affect how it works. It just absorbs the ink, and that's what you want. That's why, you know, if you buy the bootlegged stamps from, like, I don't even know, like Wish or Alibaba or whatever those guys are, they are made out of silicone. They're not photopolymer, and that's why they're so cheap. All right, so I'm going to pop this guy down here. And silicone, as you know, is used in bathrooms and kitchens to repel water. So, yeah, like, you're not going to get a good stamp from something that repels liquid, because guess what? Ink is liquid. There, oh nuts, I have something on my stamp, like a little cat hair or something. So you can see how it's changed color. I've cleaned it, but it's pink, and that's okay. But you can see here, I had a little something on my stamp. That's okay, I'll live with it. All right, so I'm going to pop this back over here. And so now it wants us to, we need 20 inches of this. So let's see. So 20 inches. I'm pretty sure we don't need 20, but there's 13, and 7 is 20. And we are wrapping this around like this. I'm just going to put a bit of glue. So it's near the bottom. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and here to hold the twine as I'm wrapping it around so it doesn't run away on me. So I want to make sure that I leave myself enough to tie a bow with. So they have it like an inch or so from the bottom. So let me bring it down. Oh, I don't have my glue down far enough. Okay. And this is a good time to use your silicone mat because the glue won't stick to the silicone mat the way it's sticking to my glass table. So about 1 inch from the bottom on this side and on this side. There, that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to tie a bow over here. Maybe. Tying bows are not my... Oh, you know what? I wanted to trim this. Oh, well. I think... I did want to trim this one a little bit smaller, and I forgot. So, let me grab my tweezers. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, so there we go. So there's our bow. Super cute. And then I am going to trim this because I want to be able to keep my card bases. So I'm going to trim. How big is this? First of all, let's measure this. So this is 5 1/4, not even, barely 5 1/4 by, say, 4. So if I trim this to, how much can I trim this? I can actually trim this quite a bit. So 5 1/4, so I want this to be 5 3/8 by, what did I say? By 3 7/8. So I could trim it to 4. All right, let's do that. Let me get my trimmer. All right, so 4. So 4. We're going to trim it at 4. I'm going to do 4 1/8 just to be on the safe side because I can always trim it down, right? So 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Cross your fingers. Yeah, beauty. Okay. Yeah, that looks just fine, right? Beautiful. So now if you wanted to do it exactly as the kit, you would just fold your card base in half, and this would be your card base, and it would go like this. But because this is such fabulous paper, I don't want to do that. So, you know, just follow the instructions on your card kit. So you can certainly absolutely do that. And I'm going to, I have some pre-cut basic white card bases in the thick basic white. Now this is not cooperating. So what you can do, if you find that your corners aren't lining up, you know, because of your score line being a little wonky or whatever, line up your corners and push them into the corner, either of your Stamparatus or your Misty or whatever you have, or your trimmer like this, and then just score it into submission. And there, my corners are perfect. And that little tip will save you a lot of grief. So let's get this over here. And so now this is going to sit on here. And that looks just fine, right? I could have made the pink a little smaller, but I still have my little 1/8 or 16th of an inch, I guess, all the way around. And it looks just fine. Beautiful. So there's that part. And then now, so we have our heart is going to go here on, I'm going to say dimensionals probably. So these are smaller dimensionals. I like these. They're kind of in between the baby ones and the big, huge ones. All right, so let's pop this guy over here. And that goes kind of like that. And then they have a gold one. Now these are the stickers. So they've put a gold one over here. And then the outline from that gold one over here. Oops, come on. Kind of myrtleize that guy a little bit over here like this. It's overlapping a little bit. That I can live with that. It's fine. Isn't that cute? Now I could have put this on dimensionals. It does show the white part to be on dimensionals, and I didn't do that. So, but that's okay because I'm not doing it actually the same as the card anyway. So, I kind of wish I had put it on dimensionals, but it's too late now. The next one, I'll do that. But isn't that cute? And then this is going to go over here like this. And I am going to put that on dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple at the top and a couple at the bottom. Just so that I can, well, I guess I could put them in the middle. There. And I'm going to put one in the center as well. Nothing like a saggy label to make your day. There we go. And this is going to get out of the way. No. Yeah, so there we have that. Isn't that cute? Oops, it's crooked. A little crooked. There, that's better. So, let's see. So then this is going to go onto here. So let's go ahead and glue this onto here. This little bottle is almost empty. I may have to grab another bottle of glue. So I just put my Tombow glue into one of these little squeezy bottles because then I find with this little tip I can get a little bit more precision. And I just got these on, I don't know if I got these at the dollar store or on Amazon, but they're great. Oh, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, this. So this I'm going to glue down. And I'm just going to center that right on my card base. There, how cute is that? So, so cute. So let's grab a couple of these little heart embellishments. Look at how pretty they are. Can't really see. Let me flip that over. Look at that. Just clear little enamel hearts. So cute. And I've got my Take Your Pick tool. And let's see, put a couple here. Now, they've used 5. I'm only going to use 3 because I want to save them. If I could order more, then I would be a little bit more generous with them, but I can't. So there, card number 1. How stinking cute is that? Let's put this back up like this. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's card number 1. And I do, you know, as I said, you could use the whole card base, but why waste some perfectly good designer paper doing it that way? Love it. Okay, so card number 1. Now for card number 2, we need one of these card bases with the little faded, hard to see little hearts. Like you can just barely make them out. So I'm going to get some of this out of my way here. So for card number 2, we need this card base, one of these hearts, one, two, three, four, five, six rows of the hearts, which are right here. Okay, so and we need the word love, which I have right here, and a little heart for the envelope. All right, so let's flip it over. Let's go to card number 2. Okay, so let's pop some dimensionals on here. Okay, so I have my card base. So let's see how we're going to do this. So we're just going to line up these hearts. How hard can that be? Not hard at all. Okay. You never know, right? So I'm just, I wonder if I should have put them a little higher, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to do the top, the bottom, and then the middle. Because actually these hearts are a little bit bigger than these hearts. So we'll see how that goes. So there's the center one. Okay. Talking back. There we go. All right, super cute. You know what you could do too is very lightly blend some color onto these guys. So this is probably the only card like this that I'm going to make, but I'm going to use these little rows of hearts for other things, because although this is cute and I can't get any more of these hearts, then there. Ooh, how cute is that? So what I want to do before I get too much stuff on here, and I should have done this first, was make sure that my corners line up. And then just burnish that corner before I get too much stuff on here. There. because it wasn't lining up just right, but it is now. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is, so you need the Fleur de Flamingo one and the Real Red one. They're two different sizes. So this one is going to sit like that, and then this one is going to be popped up on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and pop these up on dimensionals. Let's go back to card number 2. So my dimensionals are here. Ooh, I'm all tangled up. There we go. Now Stampin' Up! Only put 3 dimensionals on here, but I don't like saggy. So I put 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. And then I'm going to center this guy onto here. Good grief. All right, let's see. There we go. And then this is going to get just glued right on here. So I think what I'm going to do, rather than use the glue dots, I'm going to just put some glue in here. Am I in the right spot? More or less. Okay, so then this is just going to sit right on here in the middle. And I'm sure that there's enough glue on there to hold it, because you don't need much. Once it's settled, it'll be fine. And then I need to have 8 inches of the twine to make a bow. So I'm just going to, rather than waste any, I'm just going to make my bow and then cut, because I'm pretty sure I don't need 8 inches. There we are. Maybe it was 8 inches. I don't know. I kind of don't think it was, but anyway. Okay, and there's my bow. That's going to go there. And then I have my word love. So let's pop that out gently, because you don't want to break it. And then I'm just going to pop this right on here. Oops. Right on here. Like this. Lovely. Stampin' Up! Needs to come out with more dies like this. That's what I think. All right, so let's stamp our sentiment. If I can find my stamps. Come here, stamps. Where are you? Here we are. Okay, and we're looking for the word you. So I've got my word. And I'm just going to pop it on there, because if I put it on my glass mat, it might stick. So again, I'm going to give my stamp a little clean. And grab my scrap paper. And my ink. And I'm going to prime my stamp and just stamp it a couple times. Beautiful. And I've got my little label. So I'm just going to center that right on my label. Beautiful. Okay, so let's clean that so I don't get ink on anything. I was doing something a couple of weeks ago. Wasn't taping or anything, and I don't know, I had so much ink on my hands. You'd swear I was a newbie. It was ridiculous. All right, so here's our card. And here's our label. So I'm going to put a dimensional under the U and a little bit of glue under the Y. So let me grab a dimensional. So under here, one dimensional, and over here, just a little bit of glue. And that will anchor it onto the heart, like that. And my little bow, where is my little bow? Okay, and I just need a glue dot for that. So let me grab my glue dots. Weird that I got 2 packages of glue dots, but that's okay. So I'm going to take my glue dot. I'm releasing the release paper, but I'm going to roll this guy up like a little taco. Just going to roll it up because it's too big. So just give it a little roll. See how I have a little, like a little booger there. And I'm going to pop that right there. And then just put my bow right on there. How cute is that? Isn't that cute? I kind of feel like it's missing something. So I would have to give this some thought. I think that I've really gotten into splatter lately. So I think that if I was going to do this again, I would take Fleur de Flamingo and splatter the hearts or the background or both before why don't we do that? That will be one of my alternatives. We'll give that a try. I mean, it's only paper. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. However, I don't think that I would want to make another card with all of these hearts. To me, it's kind of a waste of all of those hearts, but we can do an alternative. Okay, so that's card number 2. Card number 3, let's see. So card number 3, we need Celebrate Love. And we need one of the red card bases. Now again, I'm going to cut mine. You don't have to. You can use it just as a card base if you like, but I don't want to waste the paper. So I'm going to cut this to 4 by 4. By 5 1/4. Keep this for the inside of the card if you like. And now, do I want to put this on a basic white card base, which I have right here, or do I want to put it on a Fleur de Flamingo or a petal pink? Okay, so I brought out a real red, a Fleur de Flamingo, and a petal pink. And this is what's going on there. So, so that's petal pink. Meh, it's kind of boring. Fleur de Flamingo. Now keep in mind, this is going to go on a white card base, right? Kind of liking the Fleur de Flamingo. Or the real red, and maybe just keep it red because that's the original card. Let's just keep it red so we can do something else after. So I'm going to make a card base. Don't need the white one right now. So grab my trimmer and I'm going to make a card base. So a typical card base is 4¼ by 5½. So I have an 8½ by 11 sheet. So I'm going to score this at 4¼ like this. And I'm using my beige blade with a little dot on it. That means it's a scoring blade. So I'm going to score it. Then I'm going to rotate it to 11½ inch side, or 8½ by 11, the 11 side, and cut it at 5½, which is half of 11. And that gives me 2 card bases. So now I have 2 real red card bases that I can work with. So I'm going to go ahead and line these up. This one lined up really well, so that's good. Doesn't always. And then this is going to go on here. Come here. Like that. And like that. And then we also need our filigree hearts. Now, where are they? Oh, here they are. We need one of these. So let's see what it says. So we need Celebrate Love. And this is going to go on dimensionals. So we can go ahead and put our dimensionals on there. But I wonder if it might be easier to line this up before we pop it up. I think so. So let's put some dimensionals on the back of here first. Now, if you need to cut them, you can absolutely cut them in half. And I think I might just do that because there's a couple of hearts that are big enough to hold a whole dimensional. Like that. But mostly they're not. So I'm actually going to cut some of them in half. Here, let's move this here. So let's put one up here. Because I don't want them showing, so maybe I'll do it this way. Like that. Like that. This big heart probably would sustain a whole, but I'll just do it this way. Just because. Oops, that's hanging over. You don't want that. There, I'll pop that over there like this. It's better. And if you want just little strips, you can actually just trim the sides like that and have little pieces, little long skinny pieces here. Like one can go here. And one can go here. I need a skinny one for the leaf, so let me go here. These reverse tweezers are fantastic, but it took me a little bit of time to figure them out. I always wanted to do things kind of backwards because you're squeezing to release it as opposed to catch something. So that took me a little bit of time. Let's see, I'm gonna put this one here. Be very careful that you don't let them show. And then I just need a little tiny piece for up here. That might not even be small enough, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Okay, so let's see, does that show? Kind of does. I'm just going to trim that little edge off. There, I think that'll be okay. All right. So all right. Okie dokie. So here is my heart. And this is going to be right on here. There, look how pretty that is. It's a little high. Sure, it was fine, but there. That's better. And then this sheet is going to go on dimensionals as well. Onto the backing, or the card front, I guess. Okay, there we go. One more in the center there. So this morning I'm trying to learn new things to incorporate into my videos. I spent the better part of 2 hours trying to figure out how to bring my like a screen share to my website. Couldn't do it. And if anybody has any insight as to how to do it, I use Streamlabs. How to do that on Streamlabs, I will be more than happy for you to share. I nearly went nuts trying to figure this out. This morning I must have watched, I don't know, 20 10-minute videos, but they go so fast and I'm not particularly nerdy, so it was difficult for me, and everything they said to do didn't work for me. All I'd get was multiple screens that had nothing to do with what I was doing, or a black screen. So then I looked up black screen. That didn't work either. So it was like, there has to be a way for me to show my website when I'm doing a video. But man, I could not figure it out. So if anybody has any bright ideas, let me know. All right, so I'm just gonna, oh, I just stuck my finger in it. I'm going to prime my stamp. Look at that. When you clean your stamp, it makes such a difference. Oops. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's see how perfect I can be with this. All right, so let's line up this puppy. I hope that's straight. I think it's a little bit low. Ah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we'll give this a little clean. Okay. There we go. So you can see my stamps that we've used are all pink, and that's okay. Does not affect them at all. All right, so I have my basic red, not basic red, real red card base here. And I'm just going to center that right on there. And again, the reason I did that, you could use your whole card base if you wanted to, but I figure, you know what, if I'm going to do alternatives, I have tons of this striped paper now. And really, it sits on here. You can't really even notice that it's not the original card base. So now this is going to go onto here. So I'm going to put a dimensional on each side here. Here we are. I'm going to take your pick tool. So one on that end, one on that end. And then the corner of the heart is going to hold up the middle. So let's pop this onto here. Like that. All they have there is up higher. Let's move it up higher. So they've got theirs kind of up here. If I do that, well, let's just see how far my, oh, I can go that far with my dimensionals on the sides there. That works. Perfect, perfect. And then some hearts. It's funny, in the picture they show that the hearts are red, but they're actually pink. So I'm going to take your pick tool, put one there. I love these little hearts, they're stinking cute. One there, and one there. There, adorable. And now this is going to get glued onto the front of our card base. I'm going to refill these guys. There, so I'm just going to line this up. And this is why I like using liquid glue, because if I need to maneuver it a little bit, I can. There. Gorgeous. Now I have these that were punched out from the first card, if you remember, out of this panel. You punch out 3. What if, I mean, it's really pretty the way it is, but it's boring. So I'm going to take my Wink of Stella. You know me, I love my Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to ink these guys up with some glitter. So there's 1. There's 2. And this dries really quick. It's alcohol based, so you don't have to worry about placing it right away, because it'll be dry like instantaneously. It's alcohol based. There. So take your pick tool, put one there, put one there. There, what do you think? Just a little bit extra, right? I kind of like it. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me grab my glue, which needs filling. I shouldn't leave the top off it, because then I get those little greeblies. All right, so just going to put a dot there. I don't need very much. Pop that on there. Oh, can you guys even see what I'm doing here? There. Okay. There, how cute. So again, this is kind of the original card, but with my touch on it. So with the original, sort of, not really, but kind of almost an alternative for these 3. Super cute. So let's see, what can we do? Let's try something for an alternative. So where are my dies? So I've got this, and my dies are here. And I'm just wondering, the only problem with that is that it will cut out the frame and the heart. So I'll end up with this, right? But all I want is this as a whole. So that's not going to work. Well, you don't know till you try. All right, let me grab my cutter, my cut and emboss machine here. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so let's see. So you can use the mini for this one. And I'm going to line that up like that. So wish me luck. If it doesn't show, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. Okay. So this is what I got. So I don't love this, but what I could do is, let's see what we have under here, because if it's just white, which it is, then so I have this, it's pretty centered. So if I put this on a card base, we can use this other card base that we still had. I'll have to trim it, but so if we put that on here, and put this in the middle on the card base, and make one of these in white. I turn that upside down so that it fits in there. Yeah, not loving it. Let me think. It's kind of boring. Like, what if I cut out a heart out of this? Let's try it. Here we are. So let's try that. Okay. So if we had this in here, that looks cute. And then leave this open as a shaker card. So what we need to do is, I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape around that to hold our window sheet down. So this may or may not work. So I'm going to put some tear and tape here. So that's going to hold that in place, plus it's also going to hold the window sheet in place. So pop that on there. Looking good. There. Looks good. Okay, so let me grab a piece of window sheet. Oh, I'm stuck. Grab a piece of window sheet. And I had some on my desk, but my desk is a mess. So let me grab some window sheet here. And not sure how big of a piece I need. Is that going to work? It is. Look at that. Okay. So this is just a scrap of window sheet that I have. It's pretty snug on the sides, but it'll be fine, I think. Yeah. All right. So let's pop up our, let's get this out of here. So, let's take our carrier sheet off, or whatever you call this. Up you go. Let's go, let's go. All right. Make sure that's really well adhered because I don't want my heart popping up. I haven't really thought this design out, so we're kind of running by the seat of our pants here. That's all right. All right, so let's take our window sheet and make sure that our hole is covered, which it is. All the way around. Okay, and then I can just trim what I don't need off. There, and keep this because you never know. You might have a little tiny window sheet that you want to do. There. So the window sheet comes in 12 by 12 sheets like this. And you get 2 in a package, and I don't remember, they're not expensive. I don't remember how much a package of 2 is, but it's very inexpensive. Okay, and I'm just gonna de-tack the double-sided tape just a little bit. Not that I need to, because I'm going to be putting foam strips around. So let's go ahead and trim this to 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, I like this already. Okay, so let's trim it. 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to keep this because I can put it on the inside of a card. And you know what? It just occurred to me that we didn't do the inside of that red card. 5 1/4. And keep that too. And this is going to go on a basic white card base, which I have right here. So I'm going to line up my corners like that. This desk of mine, man alive. Okay. So this is going to go on here like that. Like that. And then this is going to go on here with foam strips. Super, super cute. Okay, so here we are. So the foam strips come like this. They're, how many are in there? 40 strips in a package. So let's see, let's grab a strip. And they're very flexible. Come on, out you go. This one's fighting with me a little. Okay, so I'm going to go around my heart because I don't want my sequins to fall to the bottom of the card, and then you won't be able to see them. So it's kind of pointless if you all your sequins are sitting down at the bottom, right? So I'm gonna go around. This is quite the curve here, so I'm gonna just cut that like that. For sure, though, you don't want any gaps because that's where your sequins are gonna disappear. They're gonna run away. So I'm about, oh, I don't know, pretty close to the edge, but you don't want to go over the edge because you don't want to see the foam tape. You know, when you're looking inside the heart. So I'm gonna go to there. And again, you want to make sure you have no gaps where a sequin can escape. I'm pushing that right to the very edge there. There, I'm close to the edge, but not at the edge, so I'm good. Oh, look at that. One whole strip. One strip did the whole heart. Let's get that as close as I can so I don't have a gap. Beautiful. All right, so now this is going to go here. What I do need to do, though, is put some more foam strip. I'm just going to trim this and grab this one. So I do want to have some foam strips across the top and the bottom so that it doesn't sag on the edges, because that, you know, that's not going to look nice. So I got the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to put a little piece here as well. And over here as well. And that should do it. Let's pop that there so I don't waste it. Okay, so let me get some shaker bits. Okay, so here are the loose frosted dots. And there are lots of pink ones, so we can grab pink. That's a black one. So I'm using up some of the pink ones. And I am, you know, I have them. I'm going to use them. I have these sequins for everything that were from last year. We had them for a couple of years. Okay, so I'm going to flip these over. Now these are pretty big. They may be too big for the foam tape, so they won't move around as much, but the other ones will. Flip. These little ones they'll be fine, except they don't want to flip. There we go. Flip you. Okay, there we go. Come on, stop being obnoxious. Okay, so we have a few of those pink ones, and then I'm going to add a few of these colored sequins, which I think are really pretty. So these were called Sequins for Everything, and they came in green, blue, and pink. So if you have those, go through your stash and find them. I got pearls here. I'm just going to flip them over. Maybe. Come on, you guys, flip. There. This one's being obnoxious here. Flip over. There we go. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't want to get too crazy with however many I have. So I'm going to take the backing off of my heart, but not the rest of it. And I'll tell you why. I don't want everything sticking at once and then me trying to straighten it and have to take all the sides and stuff off, because you know what, trust me, it's going to be a nightmare. So I don't have a lot. I think I need a little bit more. There. So, all right, so I'm going to center this. I'm going to stand up to center this. There we go. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this. Love it, love it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the release paper off the ones on the sides so that the whole thing will sit nicely. Oh, that's so nice. There. So there's the shaker part of our card. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay. So I don't need these anymore, so I'm going to pop these away. I had another open package somewhere, but I have no idea where they are. That's okay. All right, so now we can assemble our little card. Put this on here like that. Now let's use some of the elements that we have. I'm just going to pop this away. I'm notorious for losing dies, so I'm going to pop my die back in my little envelope there so I don't lose it. So let's see what we have. We have some of these. We have some of these. You know what? We could pop the love right across here like this. Oh God, if you could see my desk. There, we could pop that right across like this. That's actually really cute. Why don't we do that? So that's going to go there. I bent my L a little bit. That's all right. Cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then we can take these little hearts. I think were meant for the envelopes, but I'm going to pop one right there. Oh, that's so cute. Adorable. And what else? We have these. Okay, let's glue this on here. And oh, now you're being obnoxious. My glue bottle is pretty well empty. All right, so let's center that right on here. So stinking cute. All right, so I've got a couple of these, and I'm gonna pop one there. Pop one up here. Actually, I think I'm going to put two together right there. Oh, I love it. They're super, super, super cute. And so on the inside, I'm going to put, now let's see, do we want to have, this, cut this in half and put this down the side like this? Yes, we could. Okay, let me get my trimmer. And I'm going to put this right in the middle and cross my fingers that it's straight. It looks straight. Ta-da! Okay, it cut it straight, didn't cut it right on the score line, but I don't care. So I'm going to pop this down here. Oh, you know what? We should stamp it first, just in case I have to put a backing on the inside. So what do we have for stamps again? How about you have my heart? We haven't used that one yet. So let me pick it up with my block. Now you notice I always have my stamps on an angle, and that's because when I first started, I would put them straight like this. But then I found that I was competing with the bottom of the block and the bottom of the card, and it wasn't always straight, and it drove me crazy. So then I noticed somebody one day was doing it this way, and then I don't have to compete with anything but the straightness of the stamp. And even if it's not straight on here, it doesn't matter, because I then use my eye to down here, like to keep it straight. If that makes any sense. It makes perfect sense to me, but if it doesn't make any sense to you, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's going to go over there. My scrap paper here, so we need to prime our stamp, give it a clean. So once your stamp is primed, you don't need to keep doing this. It's just a one-time thing. So I'm going to ink it up, and you notice I'm not smashing my stamp into the ink. I'm just tapping it. Look at that, perfect. And that is because I cleaned my stamp and I'm using good quality ink and good quality stamp. Perfect. I may have to re-ink this little guy though. No, that's good. Okay, so on the inside of my card, I'm going to ink it up really well. I'm going to try and center it. I'm used to the bigger blocks. Can you see what I'm doing here? There. So it looks pretty straight to me, and it looks sort of centered. Oh, and I have ink all over my thumb. Damn. Look, I have ink everywhere. So I'm going to have to pop something in there. So I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Basic white. And I need to trim it to 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. Make sure I don't have any ink on my fingers. Look at me. Okay, 4. So I'm glad that I didn't put that red piece onto my card first. So let me grab a baby wipe just to make sure that I'm not still inky. Inky, inky. All right, dry my hands. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, man, oh man. This is why I prefer the ergonomic blocks, just because I have my long nails kind of. Okay, let's see. There, perfect. All right, so that's done. Could have been a little higher, but whatever. And then this I'm going to glue onto here. So a little double do ya. Oh, I totally need to refill these. All right. Tweezers. Okay, so there we go. So that's that. And then this is going to go in here to cover my fingerprints, like that. So, actually, that is nearly empty. This one is nearly empty too. This one's been sitting for a while. There, so this is going to go in here like this. And we should probably, since we have these hearts, stamp a heart. Now I want to see what this looks like before we commit. So let me clean this one. And clean the new one. I've got my scrap paper. This was going to be a quick and dirty, but it wasn't. All right, so stamp and then stamp off. That looks nice. Change the angle a little bit. Stamp and stamp off. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's, where are we going to do that? Up here, maybe. Oh, did it again. Okay. So I'm going to stamp and stamp off. There. Totally cute. I love it. Beautiful. Okay. So let's close this. Now let's have a look at what we've done. I will be doing more alternatives, but I think this video is like almost 2 hours. So I guess by the time I edit it, it won't be almost 2 hours, but it's still really long. So let's have a look at what we've done so far. So we have 4 cards, and these are, let me get out of the way here. So these are what we have. This was the one from the original kit that we did exactly like the kit. And then this was one that we, well, the rest of them we altered a little bit because I wanted to cut up the base, but this one, it was pretty close to the actual kit. Very cute. And then this one, other than me trimming the card base and putting it on a real red, that was the original card. And I added the little pop outs from here with some Wink of Stella on there just to give it a little bit of personality. Not that it needed personality, it's gorgeous the way it is, but, and then this is our shaker card that we did. Super cute, super simple. Yeah, there. So there's our 4. And I'll see how my rest of my next couple of days goes. If I can get a couple more alternatives done, I will absolutely video those and show them to you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have an awesome day. And again, if you have any questions about Celebration or any of the products or any techniques that I've used in any of my videos, let me know. I'm more than happy to talk you through anything. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye for now.